Hello, everyone. My name is Samantha Grant, and for my interview, I interviewed Mayor Parrish, the mayor of Stapleton, Georgia. Michael Unstein said, "I take leadership to signify the act of making a difference." The first question I asked Mayor Parrish was what exactly propelled him into the political arena. His answer was rather simple. He wanted to make a difference and better the town. This led me to ask him how he intended on making this difference. Specifically, what were his top priorities as mayor? He told me that his primary concern was keeping his constituents happy. Not only that, he intended on making a difference by making sure all of his followers' needs were attended to. It's a daily job, and people call him regularly about concerns ranging from getting fences put up to acquiring business licenses. Hackman and Johnson believe that effective leadership is based on service, page 21. And Mayor Parrish certainly tends to all of the problems and inquiries his constituents ask about. I then asked him if owning a business helped him in his role as mayor. Mayor Parrish owns 3 businesses: a bait and tackle shop, an automotive repair shop, and a tanning salon. His answer was a resounding yes. He said that because of these businesses, everyone knows him, and because he created these businesses, he created tons of jobs for the people of Stapleton, and this helped him get elected as mayor. The textbook talks about the differences between being a manager and being a leader. Both of them must have a budget, and as a business owner, he has a budget he must stay within to create a profit for his company. And as a mayor, he has a budget he must stay within to make sure that he is not using too much of the taxpayers' money. Most importantly, he treats his customers and employees well, and this follows him into his role as mayor. This leads me to my question of what leadership style he thought best suits his methods. He explained to me that a while back, Stapleton voted for a strong mayor and a soft council, but he told me that he often asks his council for feedback on decisions before he makes them. He wants them to question what he thinks is the best decision, because what he thinks is the best decision may not be what they think is the best decision, and he wants their input before he makes the final decision. This is in line with the Democratic style. As a follow-up question, I asked him who his favorite president was, because I wanted to know if he tries to emulate this president in his role as mayor. Without a moment of hesitation, he told me that his favorite president was Ronald Reagan, because he was so personable. Mayor Parrish is also personable. So personable that he gives out his cell phone number to everyone in town, and this makes him extraordinarily accessible and easy to communicate with. During our interview, we sit down on a porch outside of his bait and tackle shop, and it felt more like talking to a friend than it did interviewing the mayor. He was dressed down, he laughed, he talked, and even after our interview, we had a 10-minute discussion on how the weather was doing. I believe this makes him interactive, one of the 5 primary characteristics of transformational leadership. Another characteristic of transformational leadership is creativity. And the book talks about being a good problem solver, being innovative and coming up with creative ideas, and accepting and admitting to failure. All things that Mayor Parrish has done. When I questioned Mayor Parrish about a time he failed his followers, he talked about the speeding on the side streets, and how dangerous it was for the citizens that walk up and down these streets, and the children, and even the animals. Mayor Parrish had to go through many different ideas before he found the right solution to this problem. One of his ideas was to ask the chief of police to have their police officers monitor the side streets. This made the citizens of the town extremely unhappy, because people were getting tickets for going 5 over, while the speeders never seemed to get caught. This was the time that he had failed, and he openly admitted it to the citizens. However, he did come up with a good solution, and the way he went about it was incredibly innovative. He asked the citizens of the town what did they want, and this was innovative because no mayor of Stapleton has ever done this before. He empowered his followers because he asked for their input on the solution to the speeding problem. Passionate does not even begin to describe Mayor Parrish. I asked him if he values making friends with his constituents, and his answer was unsurprisingly yes. He stated that despite his title of mayor, he considered himself friends with everyone in town. He said there was never a person he couldn't talk to and befriend and create interpersonal relationships with. He is committed to his job as mayor and wants to do right by everyone in town. This strong desire to succeed as mayor and create personal connections with everyone in town is inspiring. The next thing I asked him about was if he was involved in any community service organizations. He brought up the Feed a Kid campaign. The Feed a Kid campaign is not only hosted on his town lawn, but he donates the most out of everyone every year, coming out of his pocket, and this motivates his followers to donate as much as they can as well. Finally, Mayor Parrish has a vision for where he wants the town to go. I asked him what he thought was a good and future expansion of the community, and he told me that on his agenda, they were tearing down an old building and in its place erecting a new one that would house a clothing manufacturing company that would give jobs to tons of people of Stapleton. His vision is to create jobs, and jobs that pay well, so people have a sense of stability and are able to prosper. When I interviewed Mayor Parrish, I did not know that he would be an exemplary example of a transformational leader, but it is clear that he is. Mayor Parrish holds all the qualities of this type of leadership through his creativity, his passion, his vision, his empowerment, and his ability to communicate, his interactiveness. There is really no question why Mayor Parrish was reelected for a second term. Thank you for watching.